Welcome back to World of Warcraft, Burning Crusade Classic Blind. I am stalking my prey. Boglash. The giant... whatever these things are. According to the quest, it is a marsh trekker. Which I guess makes enough sense. It does trek, it is in a marsh, and it is level 61 elite. Asked around in the general chat here. We got somebody that's going to be coming over in a little bit. So I'm going to be keeping track of this bad beastie. So when they're ready to go, we can quickly get it. This is the last group quest we have over on this side of the map. Try to avoid that regular Fen Strider. It's just the same as a regular Fen Strider, only it's an elite. It's a slightly different color, I guess. We still also do have this group quest over with the ogres, but we're not over there yet. So, one thing at a time here. One thing at a time. Look at him. Just walking around. A few other things we can be on the lookout for would be the glow-capped mushrooms, which are around the area, and fertile spores from the spore bats and marshwalkers. I guess this one counts. Well, I guess we'll fight this marshwalker then. Now that we know what a marshwalker is, although it was pretty clear before. Let me see. Give me a second. Party chat. It has a share quest button, so I assume so. The dying balance, Boglash. It says they're too far away. Well, I guess it could just say they're too far away. Oh, here they are. There we go. Nice. Now we both have that. Alright. Buffing up. I'm gonna be fighting some stuff here pretty soon, so I will get as prepared as possible here too. We're gonna maximize our chances. And there's Boglash. In the, I guess, flesh. And they are a Night Elf Priest. We've grabbed him back against us. Oh yeah. Forked lightning tether. Whatever that means. Hey, didn't stand a chance. Boglash, slain. Very cool. He got some fertile spores for his efforts. Fantastic. Well, I guess we can go turn that in, since we're over here. Very cool. Very cool. Because that was a quest that was over here at the refuge. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm not sure what level of an elite I could take by myself, but it was still a group quest on my list of quests here, so I'm gonna say probably not. I could have grabbed all these buffs here too. I will grab those on my way out. Where's the quest turned in for this? Turn to within Moonfire. Right in here. Alright, fantastic.
I am listening.
The dying balance. Now you've seen the symptoms of imbalance with your own eyes. Be mindful of them in your travels. Just a bit of free experience and money for my efforts. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Let's go grab these buffs before we head out. They are slightly inconvenient. Especially now that we're not really hanging out on this side of the area anymore. But I might as well. We can turn in these plant pieces like 3 times here. See if we get anything interesting. Identify plant parts. Identify the plant parts.
Go in peace. Peace be with you.
Identify the plant parts.
Illumined like your
I guess that is it. That is farming reputation there, so that's something. Okay, cool. These are gray. They've got more value than Oshnaus, but again, they're gray, so that pretty much guarantees they're not worth anything. Are these for quests or something? They've got the quest color. I don't know. Edible ferns, that's food, I guess. Edible stalks, that's something. Ruined specimen, that's nothing. Common fern, common species. Yeah. I mean, hey. Some free food. Oh, that's a well-fed buff item. What do we got here? 14 stamina and spirit. I mean, that's not bad. We can use those instead of our other well-fed buffs when we're in a less harrowing situation. That's nice to have. I guess there's some value in these. The fertile spores and the glow caps. Fertile spores from spore bats and marsh walkers. Okay. Well, I guess we can target those. And that's not the... That's the wrong kind of glowing thing. That's too glowy, I guess. Well, let's make use of all these buffs we have. Fight some fence striders. Go crazy. Doing a lightning tether. There's a bit of damage, I guess. Very cool. They have an absolutely wild death animation too. That's pretty impressive. I'm gonna leave these down here for right now. I don't know if they're useful for anything. They've got the... It's a quest item symbol on them. I'm just working with the information that I have. I think that might be from the bag add-on doing that. So that's technically not vanilla information I should have. There's only so much I can do about that. Other people have step-by-step quest guides up, so I'm doing what I can here to keep things interesting. Doing good on the fertile spores, though. These spore bats, these count? No. I'll fight it anyway. I think a spore bat's a slightly different thing. This could be, though. That is still not a glow cap, unfortunately. We got a mode of water. Cool. And a fancy eye. Nice. You back here, Fence Strider. I'm on to you now. Battle shot back up. There's some crazy guys. Just whacking me with his incredibly long arms. Bizarre. Very cool. I wonder if people would bother going and getting these marks from the guys over in the refuge before heading off to the dungeon. They would only last for half an hour, but that would still make the first half hour of the dungeon a little bit better. Again, unless these interfere with other boosts, because there's so many different kinds of boosts. Boosts and buffs and all that. See any mushrooms while we're eating? Not particularly. Looks like nobody controls the beacons right now. So that's interesting. Alliance controls the graveyard. I've seen the glow mushrooms around before. Just need to regain an idea of what they look like. They might be more focused on the other side here. There's a spore bat. It'd be a little rude to fight the non-aggressive spore bats, but that was on the list of things that count, so. Our buffs are on a second line now. That's how well we're doing. He's still a 62, he's fine. Gotta collect these spores. For those mushroom guys. And we've been given a spore cloud. Issue damage inflicted. Bummer. Wait, luminescent globe. Fancy. See another spore back. These are marsh fangs. They fly. I'm not convinced they're actually spore bats, though. I'm not seeing any spores, is my main driving force in thinking they're not spore bats. We've got plenty of things that are dropping the fertile spores anyway, so even if they are, I'm not too concerned about it. Energizing spores. All attributes increased by 30 for 5 minutes. Okay, cool. I guess they might have spores. Let's fight a few more of them. They got something going on there. Shredded worm wing. Doesn't feel like a spore to me. My goodness, these guys. Coming up on the Feral Fen village here. Awesome. Do we have a... No, we got quests with the Dagger Fen. Those are different guys. We're going all out against this Spore Bat. Is it necessary to do so? Probably not. Here's the glowing spores. We got glowing spores, energizing spores, fertile spores. It's a whole thing over here.
I'm out of range.
Oh, we got an ore. That's also something I'm interested in. Give me a spore, give me an ore. That's what I always say. Some more fell iron. Fantastic. Ideal. And a mining level. Very good. What's this? A Shadow Draenite. Doesn't look too valuable, unfortunately. Still neat, though. A fantastic use of another one of my bank slots, I suppose.
It's still recharging.
Okay, we're getting over to the side here. What's this? Some kind of larger structure. Have we seen this before? Up in the mountains? Okay. Looks like there might be more to this village here then. What do we got here? Feralfen Mystics. Bohamu Ruins. Okay. So that's a whole thing on itself. What do we have in here? Do we have any quests with these guys? Feralfen? Yeah, Daggerfen Defiance. Secrets of the Daggerfen. Well, these guys are over here with their own secrets. I'm interested in your secrets. Please, tell me more. That's some cloth? Oh, we got some druids going. You know what that means? Time for sweep and strikes. Ooh, we got fancy something. Plus 88 healing. What do you have in here? Oh, wow. We got an Elder Karuti, level 63 elite. Well, that feels like a quest enemy. I will leave you alone. Level 63 elite. No thanks. No thanks. Not today. So let's get out of the Feralfen village here. So we can find some more guys to get some more spores. Or we can get some more fell iron. Also an option. Love to see it. We got 45 of these right now. I think we're gonna need more than that. Hey, there we go. Fellstrider. Give me your lightning attack. Get out of here. Get out of here. Strange spores and fertile spores there. Just need one more fertile spore then. Fantastic. I'm going all in on this level 61 spore bat. Is it necessary? Probably not. There we go. That is all the fertile spores. I am in combat. We're in combat with the frog. 1567. What an appropriate response. Good job, me. Lunatic. Maniac. Just over here. Obliterating frogs. As per usual. Alright. I don't think I'll be able to use the target option. Target a glow cap. There's a glow cap. They're more yellowy. We got a fairy ring over here. Okay, here we go. Glow caps. Everybody leave me alone while I'm collecting these mushrooms. Glow cap. This is definitely something over here. Got a ring of mushrooms with a ring of mushrooms in the middle with a mushroom in the middle. Well, it's not a ring, it's more of a spiral pattern. Do Leer the Dark Crest, Leer the Bloodscale, the Dying Balance. I think we... Those first two leaders, those were the earlier quests, and the Dying Balance was also... I think that was one of the previous quests we had. Action and Cure, the Star's Eyes. Yeah. Those are all earlier quests that we've already done. Only group quests here are this one, but that's more in... I think that's out in Terracar Forest. So our only group quest is Chieftain Momaki. One of the ogres? No, the Daggerfen. Okay. Alright. I think those would all also be on the other side of the map here, so. The hunt continues for mushrooms. I'm going to make my way up towards the ogre areas. While on the hunt. There's a bog lord. There's Count Ungula. That's something. A named enemy. They don't have a silver ring, so they're not like super special or anything. Interesting though. I'm gonna find it. Probably a quest enemy that we just haven't gotten. This is very similar to some of the previous named enemy quests we did. From the one adventuring guild guy. We got Count Ungula's Mandible. Unique, this item begins the quest. There we go. Giant Mandible indicates a provincial insect nobility. Black Mandible comes from an unbelievably large creature. I mean, yeah, they were a decent size, but I wouldn't go that far. The Nether Ray, that's what these are called. Okay. That belong to has to be the largest ever seen in Zangarmarsh. Judging from the condition of the mandible, the Count must have abandoned a diet of carrion in favor of living flesh. Okay. I was feeling a little bit bad about killing the largest Nether Ray to ever be seen. But now that we know it's consuming living flesh, I feel less bad about it. Surely, the Cenarian expedition would be interested in such a specimen. Watcher Laseo is a small camp to the west of Quag Ridge. Okay, I know where that is. That is, like, right over here. Oh, we're very close. We can just go turn that in. Awesome. A very random event, non-prompted quest. Very cool. Nether rays. Somebody just died, apparently. Keeping a lookout for those mushrooms. This has been pretty eventful. Lots of interesting things happening. That's what I hope for here. That's what I'm here for. There's probably gonna be less of the mushrooms like along the path. That makes sense. There's the area there. Here's the starving boglord going over to eat children. Or coming back, I guess. In this case. Plus 88 healing. Does that just mean like every healing thing you do adds 88? I don't know how that would stack with anything. I am in fact not a healer.
What brings you here?
The Count of the Marshes. Should have had this quest earlier. I don't know. I guess it started the quest though. I don't know. The Watcher blinks several times in surprise. Where did you get that thing? Oh, it's from this giant thing with a name. That does bring the question of how we know that things have names, but it is a game. Don't think about it too hard. Are you sure that's real? I mean, I knew there was large wildlife in the marsh, but there are giant creatures, and then there are giant bugs. Come to think of it, the Sporlings did mention a story about a fearsome nether ray that used to terrorize them before the Boglord incursion. What if the stories are true? Oh dear, better take that for safekeeping. The expedition will want to know about this. I mean, it's dead now, so.
Goddess watch over me.
Hey, 10,000 experience for fighting one guy. No complaints here.
I am honored.
And fungi, we don't have the mushroom samples. That's from the ogre area. Do have the fertile spores quest done though. Hey, there's the glow shroom, glow cap, glow mushroom fungus. Fertile spores, I believe, was back in Sporgar. I'm gonna keep looking around for these mushrooms here. A greater spore bat. That's pretty great. It's also a good idea to get the fertile spores from over on the other side, since the enemies are so much weaker over there. Here's the spawning glen again. Things continue to go poorly. We're running from this slicer guy. Don't need that right now. There's another frog. Apparently, our mortal enemies. Dead marsh guy. This one. They're very noticeable. There's another one. Alright. We can collect these mushrooms. I think by turning in one of these gave us another mushroom. Low cap. That we can trade in for stuff. close we get into this town? Not that close. A lot of spores from these mushrooms here. Here's Quag Ridge. A lot of bog lords and stuff in here. Don't really need to fight them right now. Just kind of looking around to see if there's any mushrooms in here. Or ores. We also found some ores in these hills previously. That'd be another nice thing to have. Well, we were just over here earlier, so probably not gonna be too much more right there. Take another look at all these hanging bridges in this area. Yes, a level 65 elite guard. Let's not mess with them, shall we? Oh, they're there. They're outside the village here, too. Dangerous. Very dangerous. Don't want to mess with that. From the looks of things, everything in the Outland is going to have... Like, the area has both Horde and Alliance stuff. Horde Alliance towns, Horde Alliance PvP battles for various objectives. They're not going to add 7 new areas in an expansion and have parts where only one group actually goes there at all. Yeah. And we've been fancy blooded. Spellcasting time increased. No, that's not. Let's attack. Spellcasting time increased by 20%. Damage done by magical spells and effects increased by 10%. Well, that's not great for me. I think generally that means nothing has happened. Here's the Sporgar guys. That'd be a dangerous thing to come across if you were unfriendly with, or hostile with them. Just 3 elites walking around. I guess we are basically in their town, so that's to be expected. And now our ram is purple. Who needs to get a new mount? We can just get a blood infection and you're good to go. Oh, is that one right here? I mean, surely this counts as theirs already. So that's a little bit suspect, but okay. And there's another one right in town. They ask for the mushrooms. I'm gonna bring them to them. They're not nailed down in somebody's house, so I count that as doing my part. Okay. So some of these guys had the quests for going into the dungeons. We have this guy, Gashaf. He wanted the fertile spores. You're back, Eric Erickson. Did you obtain the fertile spores? Yes, I did. These are great spores, Eric Erickson. Tall stalks are vital to rebuilding our town, and after all the bog lord attacks we've suffered, we're in quite short supply. 750 more reputation with Sporgar. And you can turn in more fertile spores. Very cool. Okay. That's good. And then we had a quest over here for the glow caps. We needed 10. That quest gave us 1. So technically we could have gotten away with turning in the spores. But I wanted one anyways. You find any glow caps there, Jackson? They're literally everywhere in the marsh. So their bright glow from far away if you pay attention. I did indeed. This will help us trade with other sporelings for food and supplies. Sporgar thanks you, Eric Erickson. You're now friendly with Sporgar. Woo! Let's see if that gave us any new options here. Sporgar. Friendly with the Sporgar. Hey, green names. Positivity. Oh, I did. There's a new one. We are friends. Cousins. If our enemies would see that we only wish to live in harmony with them, maybe we wouldn't have to attack them for our own survival. Bring me a shrubbery. We must replenish our supply of sanguine hibiscus, which is used for a number of purposes. It used to grow thick as shrubs, but the lowering of the marsh's water level means that they can only be found now in the underbog at Coalfang Reservoir under Serpent Lake. It's said that the shamblers, bog giants, and underbats there consider them a delicacy, so to help us, you must retrieve the flowers from them. Another dungeon quest. My goodness. Now that we're friends, we are indeed friends. The Naga of the Bloodscale Enclave to the northeast have begun to kill our people. We cannot allow this to continue, warrior. We suggest that you teach them a lesson as proof of our friendship. Kill 12 Bloodscale slave drivers and 6 Bloodscale enchantresses, and return to Gazunt at Sporgar and Zingermarsh. Here's some cool stuff. We got a staff. Polearm. Which isn't not a bad polearm either. Nearly the same damage per second. Significantly less strength. A little bit more stamina. Agility and intellect instead of critical strike. So, probably not better than the Hell Reaver. We got a two-handed mace with magic. And a two-handed sword with worse damage per second, worse strength, more stamina, less critical strike, but it does have some hit rating. Here's some cool items. And this is just for fighting some Bloodscale guys, huh? Well, that's fun. There are a few levels above friendly. I don't know if we might be able to get even more quests for these guys. What's our reputations with Exodar is honored. The Scenarian Expedition is just friendly still. So we get to the next level, we might even get more of that. Sporgar is friendly. The Consortium. Not sure who those are. Shattrath City, we are neutral with the Shtar, friendly with the Aldor. At war with the Scryers, which is really unfortunate. But they have to make this so combative there. The Syndicate hate us, apparently. As do the Bloodsail Buccaneers. Okay. There's a new quest nearer to here. Now that we're friends. The Bloodscale to the northeast. So, right around here, around Marshlight Lake. Right. If each of these quests keep giving us 750 reputation, how much do we need for the next level of Sporgar? 6,000. That's a lot. We do have this one mushroom we could turn in. Let's see if we can get something for that. Sporgar Quartermaster. Okay, we can get the recipe here for the clam bar. This uses the Jago clam meat that we've unfortunately sold off previously. We can use this and soothing spices to make a well-fed buff. Stamina and spirit. Yeah, that's pretty standard. I would like this recipe for my one mushroom. Yeah, there might just be more with the. There might just be more in the shop here that you get with honored, revered, and exalted. Or there could be more quests. Hard to say. Let us learn this new recipe for an additional option of well-fed buff items. Very good. Okay. So now we are friends. That's nice. Yeah, harvest away, my good. Harvest away, my dudes. Can't really help. Okay. Oh, we can talk to this guy. 4. I think, wasn't this guy in the hut the leader? Yeah, that's the Sporgar Primus. So who are you? Like a guard or something? 4 like little sporelings. They say 4, not eat them. 4 hate Naga, 4 smash. Oh, he's like a fungal giant kind of guy. But he's friendly. Ooh. Could we have found someone to converse with the Bog Lords and solve some of these problems? They seem to have at least a basic intelligence, so it's going to be mostly down to the fact that they're starving is the problem. So we go through him to maybe help solve the Bog Lord problem. We also found, for the person over in the Snare and Watch Post, we figured out that the Bog Lords had that weird mushroom stuff that they weren't eating over in Quag Ridge. Didn't really have a follow-up on that for how we're going to try to solve the problem. Might have to come at that at a different direction, but for now, we've become friends with the Sporelings. So that's nice. And we can continue our way up here, take out some Naga for our new friends, and continue into the Hewn Bog, Daggerfen, Angarash. Maybe see if we can get somebody to help with Chieftain Omaki. Although we do still have quite a few other quests to do there. And then we also have the dungeon, which is growing in number. But if we keep on getting new dungeon quests, it continues to feel like the right choice to not head there quite yet. Tank and healer for Kara. Nope, that's not what I'm doing. Anyways. We continue on to the north, blazing a trail of dead Bloodscale and ogres, and Daggerfen, and all that. Just great stuff. Next time. Goodbye.